sorts are crooked. Let's see if I can fix it. So now, and we're getting settled. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So here we are on day 12. And 1 and 2 equals 3. 3 is a power to create. So let's create, let's transform, let's shift. I am very grateful for everyone who keeps tuning in and doing this challenge publicly or privately. Again, look into that. If you're holding something a secret, look into it. Why is it a secret? Why can't you come out? And so a couple of points I wanted to address. I certainly don't want to be rambling on, but a few days ago I talked about aspects of ourselves, and there was a dialogue between me and my friend or client where we talked about your true self, your private self, and your public self. How you are truly is what we're trying to get to the bottom of, to really discover our truth, our potential. How we are privately, I'm assuming this is how it was. And then how you are in the public, what phase do you show publicly? And I said, after reflecting on it for a little bit, I said that I don't subscribe to that philosophy, because the more open I am with everything within myself, the way I am in private, the way I am in public, surely I'm not talking about walking around naked, you know what I mean? But like being your true self without really filtering or holding back, speaking your truth, challenging things that don't resonate with you, or like gently confronting it. And I realized last night that I was shown that I do have a public face, and when I teach these live feeds, I kind of hold it together. And it's interesting that I was conditioned, I don't know where it started, but I conditioned myself somehow over the years to hold my things to myself until I'm in a safe space to cope and look at it. And I believe that has been the journey for me through this Kundalini Yoga. I never wanted to lose my shit in class as a student. So, on this journey, when we do these practices, there's a lot of stuff that we stirring from the depth of our being, from the depth of our psyche, the subconscious. And my thing was to always deal with it privately. I never had an outburst or an rage in class, or even though I taught classes where people were sobbing and things were coming up for them, and it is a process of healing, and that's normal. So my apologies for not being true to that and not realizing that, yes, there's still part of me that's kind of like that privacy, that I don't like to deal with my mess out in the public. So I guess that still exists. Having said that, I am going to give myself permission to experience whatever comes up, and I have to verbalize it, because then I am putting it out there, not just in my thoughts, but in my words, that I am doing this practice with you, and I'm on this journey with you just like you are. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of crap to unravel, and I turn every stone within the depth of my mind and my soul to look at things, and sometimes I miss things. And so I invite you to do the same thing. What came up for me yesterday, and it played into my evening, and I'm thinking that there's certain emotions that kind of fester and fester and fester, and then you just need a little event or circumstance, a thought, a trigger that kind of brings it all up. So yesterday's practice with the fists of anger, I was sitting with the issue of betrayal. I was very angry, or I felt angry at all the betrayal that I've experienced in my life. Give you an example. In high school, my friends, my Russian friends, turned away from me when I hooked up with this Catholic Filipino dude who became my first husband. My best friend at the time couldn't even tell me to my face that she didn't want to be my friend anymore, because in Russian there's a thing, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. So nobody in my girlfriend circle wanted to be associated with me, because I was rebelling against this, marry a Jewish guy, marry a virgin, and da 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 da. So I was seeing this guy, good person, you know, but my friends didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And I felt really betrayed. And there's other situations, you know, my dad and blah, 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 blah. And so in the evening, we were watching a movie, Frida, with Salma Hayek. Beautiful film. I haven't seen that before. And there was a line where she wanted to marry this man, right? But he was very promiscuous, always slept with his models that he painted. And the line was, do you choose loyalty over fidelity? And in that moment, it was just like I heard it, and it kind of like something sunk in there. And even though I kept watching the movie, I feel like in the back of my mind something was brewing. And at the end, you know, I realized that I have been betrayed, but I also betrayed others. And so I realized that it's not only been done to me, but I did that too. That exists in me. And so as we work with this meditation, that I feel like it goes hand in hand with this fist of anger kriya, I had to face my own shit that I've done and own up to it and apologize for, you know, for things that I've done that weren't good. And so I just wanted to share that with you, and letting you know that I'm giving myself permission to experience these kriyas and experience this meditation wholeheartedly and fully. So if I start sobbing and weeping, then so be it. This isn't a Hollywood performance shit. This is real stuff. So I hope you're noticing that the further along we go, the deeper we go, because we're making that groove and we're making that pattern, and consistency is the key. This is why it's recommended not to skip any days, but we're living in a times where, okay, if you slip up, just get back on it. Don't let the gap widen. So without rambling on anymore, thank you for allowing me to share that with you. Let's bring our hands together so we could tune in, and then we'll begin our practice. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I'm saying least and least because we have a consistent group who I know are doing it, that I see you doing it. Hello, hello. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose and full exhale. 2 more times. Deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale deeply again. And exhale. And let's inhale deeply to tune in. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Deeply inhale, suspending the breath, pulling the root lock, aligning yourself to your highest and purest vibration, to the parts of you that are all healed. And exhale. Okay, fists of anger. And to my best friend, in case you're listening, I'm not mad at you for not speaking to me in person, that you couldn't be my friend anymore, that you had to give me a little tape recorder that I didn't listen to. Anyway, thumbs are on the Mercury mound, wrapping the other fingers around, backward strokes, really focus on the breath. Use intensity at your arms, so there's a definite stopping point, so just don't kind of wave. You're not putting a lei around you, you're really punching stuff out. So flex your arms, do a little kickboxing, and let's start off with the breath. And begin with the arms. Last 30 seconds, actually 40, keep going. Deeply inhale. Stretch up, pull the root lock. Cannon breath out. 2 more times. Remember to squeeze the root lock. Inhale. And come into the meditative space through awareness, witnessing and sensing your body or any sensations in your body. Thoughts that float across your mind. And take a deep inhale. Side out or exhale. 2 more times. And gently open your eyes. Take a little bit of water if you need to. I could be angry at other people, but really it's when I go inwards that is where the magic happens, where I could realize something about myself, something that I have a choice whether I want to continue to be in that pattern or if I could create a new pattern. And that's why this yoga is so transformative. It changes, it helps us evolve. And as we go through this process, remember to forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. It doesn't really matter about other people. You know, if you cannot forgive yourself, you're not capable of forgiving others. If you do not love yourself fully, wholeheartedly, all your quirks and all your pet peeves and all your shadows, you cannot possibly love anyone else. So think about that, reflect on that, feel into that. Yeah, maybe it's not true for you. I personally am experiencing a much deeper love for myself, and it spills over into those around me to the point where it hurts. It kind of hurts. Anyway, it's holding on to that trauma that takes so much energy out of us. It's work to let it out. It's work, and it's painful to witness it and to kind of sift through it and dig in it and stir your own muck. But how liberating is it when you let that part go, when you just realize it, you hold it, you love it, and you're like, okay, I did that, I understand, but hey, I'm okay now. I know, and I'll be more mindful going forward. You know, it's always from this point on, from this now moment, I choose to be different. I choose to do that instead of this. So anyway, meditation to activate the reflex for inner conflict resolution, right? So again, we're using a metronome to keep our seconds honest. Hands are at the heart, on the chest, fingers are together, thumbs are pointing up. Please make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, chin tucked in, chest lifted. Your eyelids are 9/10 closed. You're letting in a little bit of the light, but if that's too challenging, close your eyes and lift the gaze up to the third eye. We're inhaling for 5 seconds, exhaling for 5 seconds, then suspending the breath while keeping the abdomen and diaphragm relaxed. So we're not bubbling up and turning red in our face when we suspend the breath. Again, focusing on that moment of suspension when you're still, when you're calm, when this place of shunya that is, that calmness, so that you could remember what it feels like. And when you're out in the world and you have shit flying at you, energies coming at you, news, people, whatever, that you could always come back to that space of calm, cool, and neutrality. Remember, when we're suspending the breath, it activates that meditative state within our body. It's tested, it's proven, so now we just have to practice cultivating it. All right, here we go. Let's take a deep inhale first. Exhale. Sitting in a nice, long, perfect yogic posture, the best of your ability. And begin to inhale deeply for 5 seconds. Exhaling for 5 seconds. Suspending your breath comfortably between 10 and 15 seconds. As you inhale, the belly inflates, diaphragm is pushed down. As you exhale, drawing the belly button inwards. Just your last round. Now taking a deep inhale. Suspend the breath, engage the root lock as you stretch your arms overhead. Hold the gaze to the third eye. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. Inhale. And begin to shake your arms. Holding that breath, squeezing the root lock. Exhale. Again, deep inhale. Shake, shake, shake vigorously. Shake so your whole spine shakes. Wiggle, wiggle. And then exhale. Sweep your arms out to the side. Stay within. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. You could gently open your eyes. All right, so that is our practice for today. Thank you for letting me share. And of course, if any one of you is wanting to share, please reach out. Let's seal our practice with one long Sat Nam, bringing the hands into the prayer mudra. Let's take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for tuning in for day 12. Tomorrow we will do an earlier practice. I will be doing this challenge around between 7:45 and 8 because I do have to be on the road and I have to leave promptly after. So tomorrow will be an early start between 7:45 and 8 o'clock. See you then. Ciao.